Good morning, everybody. Let me pull the chat up. Welcome a few people in here. We have Built on a Rock Homestead, No-Do Acres, 2 families in the house. Hello, Sherry. I am so excited about today. I can't tell y'all. I have waited all week for this because we are making one of my favorite dishes and we're talking about one of my favorite subjects. So I hope today is something you guys are really going to enjoy. So I got my Mama Z's t-shirt on. Actually, we're going to be doing this 2 ways today. So if y'all don't mind, shout this out to your favorite social media because I'd like to get some people in here because I'm going to be I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite subjects. What's screwed up with the American diet? And we're going to be making some really yummy stuff today. So if you don't mind, share this out and then we'll get started because we are making, I'll throw the recipe up real quick. I'll show this a couple of times. So pull it up real quick. Low carb breakfast casserole. And you're thinking already, Mama Z, how the heck could this be good for you? I'm telling you it is. Except I'm adding a little bit extra that I didn't put on the recipe card. So that's okay too. I'll turn my pan on here and let it start getting hot. You are going to be going, this woman's lost her mind, but I'm telling you, it's good and it's good for you. In moderation, of course. You don't want to eat the whole pan. If you eat the whole pan, you may gain a few pounds. Hello, Shayla from Making Lemons from Lemonade. How are you doing? I said it backwards, didn't I? Shayla, you love me. I'm not even going to try to fix it. I'm going to say it dyslexic, and it doesn't matter. Let me have a drink of coffee.
I'm the one that's supposed to be out of it this morning, not you.
Huh?
I'm the one that's supposed to be out of it this morning, not you.
Probably. It's crazy. Okay. This morning, we are making a low-carb breakfast casserole. For people just coming in, if you didn't catch Wednesday's live, I talked about the fact that 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago now, well, not quite 2.5 years, a little over 2 years ago, I had weight loss surgery. And that set me on a journey of finding out what was kind of wrong with the whole dieting in America. And I was shocked because, like most of us, I thought if you ate enough salad, you ought to be able to lose weight. And then when I realized it's not eating a ton of fruit and vegetables, actually, that's kind of a backwards way of thinking. It's about protein. You need to eat more protein. Not that fruit and vegetables aren't good for you because they're full of vitamins and nutrients and that kind of stuff. You need those, and you need some carbs, but you need protein. So with that said, we're going to start out with protein. Here I have bacon into the pool. Because God, who doesn't love bacon, right? And we're going to start a brown on that. I for one, when I figured out that we could eat bacon and we could eat sausage, I have either bacon or sausage every single morning without fail. My family gets tired of it. Can you believe that? They actually get tired of bacon and sausage every morning. Here's a thing about the American diet. If you took that little food pyramid they taught you in school and turned it upside down, that's how we technically should eat. When I learned that, I was shocked. But I see and I don't know that if one of my moderators could share Brett and Jason's Facebook group. You do have to answer a few questions to get into this weight loss group. It's a weight loss challenge. But if y'all will periodically share that group, you have to answer the questions, okay, to get in it, because they're not going to put up with any trolling or anything like that. This is what kind of started this off, and I'm going to be gearing some videos and stuff towards that group because I'm passionate about it, guys. And that's the whole reason I started my channel, was because I'm passionate about food and my diet and stuff. So, and it's not all about eating salads. All right, come on, get hot for me. This hot plate works great. It just takes it a minute to get hot. So, so I'm all about the bacon too. I also got some pan sausage over here too, so we're gonna throw that in the pool. Look at this. See this bell pepper that come out of my garden. I'm really excited about that. And it's not that you don't want to eat fruit and vegetables and that kind of stuff, but you do, because it has great vitamins and nutrients. But for many years, we were taught that if you eat enough salad, the problem is the salads don't fill you up. And so you eat that salad and 5 minutes later, you're hungry again. Right? How many people have done that? And that's why your diets fail. But if you eat some protein, you eat a piece of chicken, or you eat even a piece of beef, or you eat some cheese, it satisfies you and it fills you up. And then you're not grazing for the next 5 hours.
Your family said, why aren't you using the lemon skillet?
Because it smokes right now. And this is clean. That's why. And I don't want to set off my fire smoke detector. And what's this over here? Because I'm going to have to do this in batches. Honestly, Sherry, I need to, what's it called? Reseason it. It does really good on my stove to cook over there with it. But here I have a smoke detector right under here, and it sets my smoke detector off. Yeah. I don't have a vent hood. Right here. Joys of iron skillets, right? All right. So I'll get my bacon going, and I'm going to fry up a little bit of pan sausage. And then we're going to saute our vegetables. And I need to blow this chat up, Keith, so I can see it a little better. Help me watch it, because it's not very big, so I'm not seeing it. And I'm using some if y'all notice in the store, you can get boxes of ends and pieces of bacon. And it's actually a lot cheaper. I got a really big box of it, or not box, package of this for like $5 at the store yesterday. And it's really good bacon. Especially when you're making recipes like this that you're cutting it up anyway. Because I know things are really expensive right now. What did Jessica just say?
I was someone had sent pictures and roadblocks into someone to for her one of her counties or something like that.
Okay. I'm just going to kind of par cook everything because everything's going to kind of cook again in the oven. So it doesn't have to be like super done.
Jessica said, good morning, Christine. What time is breakfast?
Do what?
Jessica said, good morning, Misty. And what time is breakfast?
As soon as it gets done. Hopefully we can get it all done in an hour. That is the goal. Jessica from J Love Adventures yesterday was telling us on Marco, if you have a local Aldi in your area, meat is still really inexpensive at Aldi. I plan to go check it out after our live because I've got to pick up some chicken for another video that is coming out this week. And it will be a low carb video. So another thing, I released a video today, guys. It's a collaboration with Heritage Ways for potato pancakes, which is not necessarily a low carb video, but it was a collaboration video. So if you would, please check that out. It's not on my normal schedule, but it was kind of on their schedule. So you get a chance, please check that video out. And the other, there's some great, it's kind of the end of the month-long collaboration they did. So there's some other really good videos in that collaboration. So some pretty big channels as well. I was really kind of honored that they thought of me and asked me to be a part of the collaboration. So
I told them soon, very soon, there's going to be a video coming out that time.
there is.
I'm not saying what it is.
Okay, so you don't want me to tell? Papa Z is going to be doing a Papa Z video soon. We're really excited about it, so be watching for that. It was by request, so okay. I'm going to pull this off. I'm going to throw this sausage in real quick. All right, now I've got a little bit of pan sausage here. Crumble it up. Come on. And this would all cook a lot quicker over on my stove. But it is what it is. One of these days, I'm going to have a very professional hot plate right here. Or, you know, when we eventually get to the farmhouse, I think I'm going to have a island built that has my stove in the middle. That's the ultimate dream. And I'm sure my dad's going to be like, you want me to build what for you? I'm going to be like, Daddy, come on. And he's going to be going, you want me to build what for you? Or what I really want is to build out back a professional kitchen studio. Now that's the big YouTuber in me, you know, the little YouTuber dreaming big is to have a studio kitchen built out back. Hey, that's what you're supposed to do, right? Is to dream big, and that's what I want. I want a big studio kitchen out back. That's what, like, you know, Paula Deen, Martha Stewart, all those people have it in it. They have their big professional kitchen studios. That's what Mama Z wants. Almost there, guys. And then we'll saute the vegetables. I'm really excited about all these vegetables too. Because, like I said, my bell peppers come right out of my little garden. You know, it's neat to have your own vegetables.
Big outdoor kitchen.
Big outdoor kitchen, that's right. Then I can set all my studio lights up. I can, you know, then I can come live from my studio kitchen. That would just be, and I want a crew too that's not just my husband. He wants that. He wants me to have a crew that's not him. Huh? Yeah.
You couldn't afford a crew.
Listen to him. Such a doubter. If I'm Paula Deen, I could have a crew that's not.
Paula Deen, yeah.
Exactly. Dream big, honey. Dream big. If Jazz from Roots and Refuge can have Ben turn, why not? Right, guys? Tell him.
This is true.
I refuse not to dream big. I refuse not to. Because I'm going to dream big and not live in the I can't. God has got me this far, so I'm going to dream big. All right, I'm going to drain off my sausage here. And then to my pool here, we are going to add some red onion and some bell pepper. I'm going to add just a drop of ghee, guys, just because I drained off my fat. And it needs just a touch of fat here. Pardon me for stepping out of the camera. Well, I don't guess I stepped out too terrible, did I? Just a little bit of ghee.
Where'd you go?
Right? Hey, Paula Deen can do it. All right. I'm going to saute these up real quick. And like I said, they don't have to be just real solid, but you want to soften them up just a little bit. And I love bell peppers and red onions, and I love the flavor of them. This is where you're going to want to put some salt and pepper on them. And really, guys, whatever flavors you like here, if you want to put garlic, red pepper flake, whatever you wanted. I'm just using kosher salt. I pretty much use either pink Himalayan or kosher on everything. Good pepper. Okay. A little bit more fat in there, we'll see.
Your family wants to know why you call it ghee and not butter.
Because it's been clarified. I cook it on the stove. If one of my mods want to go grab that video for me, or you can look it up later. I have a video on it. It is shelf-stable butter. I have cooked it down on the stove, and here I'll show you. It is kind of blending. It's shelf-stable. I don't keep this in the refrigerator, and it's been cooked down. It's got all the cream and stuff out of it. So that's the difference. It's no longer butter, it's ghee. Ghee is just clarified butter that's had the cream and stuff cooked out of it. When your peppers and onions start getting a little translucent, you sweat them down a little bit here, you're going to throw your mushrooms in. Now, if you don't like mushrooms, leave them out. Anything that I throw in at this point you don't like, don't put it in here. Mushrooms are a great, are good for you. The other thing I'm adding is spinach. And you just want to kind of wilt this down a little bit. Now, the recipe that I've seen recipes that use frozen spinach. I hate frozen spinach. I hate the texture. I hate the flavor. I hate canned spinach. I always use fresh, guys. It is a personal preference for me. If you don't mind the texture of frozen spinach, use it. I would not recommend canned because you don't know what they put in canned. So if you're going to use that, I would say use frozen versus canned. I don't like canned vegetables because you don't control what they use. Okay? Or can your own. Well, I say that I've never canned spinach, so I would say frozen or fresh here. Okay?
Did you eat honey and ghee together, or did you left forever?
Who asked that, Sherry?
No.
Oh.
Sherry, go to the right.
I have probably not. All right, you're just going to kind of melt this down. You're just wilting your spinach down a little bit. And then when this kind of cooks down a little bit, we're going to move the burner off, and then we're going to assemble everything. I'm also kind of breaking my mushrooms down a little bit into smaller pieces. Now, my husband's a bigger fan of mushrooms than I am. I don't hate mushrooms. I'm a take it or leave it mushroom person. My husband loves mushrooms. I don't think of mushrooms, I guess, is what my thing. I'm like, oh yeah, we can do mushrooms, but he loves mushrooms. I got so tickled the other night in Bouchard, their live. Little Amy she's like so excited, wanted to make veggie burgers. And I'm like, they're not good for you. There's nothing good about a soy burger. Nothing. They're not healthy. They're a lie from the devil. And I was like, Amy's like, I want a burger. I want a beef burger. And I'm like, Amy, and I hope they watch this on the replay. I don't think they're in here. Amy, just throw away the bun and eat the burger. You don't have to eat that stupid veggie burger. They're a lie from the enemy. Now, a portobello mushroom, you know, you want to eat that, that's great. But honestly, those veggie burgers are too much carb. There's nothing healthy about them. They're a lie from the devil. Straight up. Poor Abby was trying so hard to convince her mama why it'd be a healthy alternative. It's a lie from the devil. But that's kind of where the diet industry has tried to fool us for a long time, that those are healthy alternatives, and they're really not. I mean, let's face it, eating a veggie burger from that fast food chain that's been promoting them and large French fries and a Diet Coke, that's probably, I don't know, I'm just 10,000 calories. You're not really getting a healthy alternative there, folks. Hate to bust your bubble. Anyway, enough of my soapbox there. Let me grab a pot holder real quick, and we'll get this pan off the Oh, don't get me going. I'm gonna do a video on that. I know she likes giving me a hard time about that. No, just say heck to the no on that crap. Yep, I'm gonna do a video on why I'm so adamant about that crap. Ooh. All right, let's make our goodness here. We are gonna throw our sausage back in the bowl and our bacon. Throw it all back in the pile here. All right. We have 6 beautiful eggs. Now, I've seen recipes where they want you to separate it and all that. I don't do all that. I got some heavy cream. This is another source of protein. Protein is your friend. It is always your friend. Okay? It's also a good source of fat. And it's very low in sugar. Sugar is the true enemy, guys. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. You always want to season your layers. Okay, I'm going to whisk this together. I like my whisk. My mom got me that. Isn't that cute? What?
You're on the right.
Uh-huh.
She said your doors are open.
Are they really? Dang it. Y'all know that bags me. Ah, thank you. That would have drove me crazy when I went back and looked at the video. It's like, my door is open. That is like pet peeve city. All right. Beat the crap out of that. All right. We are going to take our little casserole dish here. And I'm going to throw some ghee down in it because I don't use cooking spray. Another spoon. Oh, I'll use this spoon. I won't dirty up another one. And the reason, guys, I don't use cooking spray I need to get me one of those, just a spray bottle that I can put some olive oil in, is because of the chemicals. I just try to avoid adding any extra chemical. You know what I mean? Because we're just inundated with all the extra chemicals that they put in our food, and that's just an extra one. And I don't care what they say. The FDA, all that stuff, don't always have our best interest in heart. And yeah, I just said that on YouTube, and I don't care. Okay. We're going to take our vegetables and our meat, and we're just going to put this in the bottom of our casserole dish. Here, let me get some of this out of the way. Did y'all just see what I just did? Food abuse. I'm going to reserve a little bit to make some frittatas over here. Okay. Set this right here for a second. All right. I'm going to have to beat up some more eggs. I'll make up more eggs for the frittatas. I was wondering about that. On the recipe that I saw, they had said 2 eggs and all this stuff. I was like, that ain't enough eggs. But, all right. And then what you're going to do is you're going to smother it with cheese. And I'm just using some cheddar and some Kobe Jack. So you go, and here's another thing, guys. Drives me insane. I know, a lot of stuff drives me insane. Okay. When I slung that, I had stuff go everywhere. Useful fat. Low fat is another lie from the enemy, or lie from the food industry. It is not a healthy alternative because they put more sugar in it to make it taste better. Okay. Useful fat. It's a better alternative than the fat-free, low fat. Fat is not bad. Sugar is bad. Okay. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to throw this in the oven at 375 for 35 minutes. Okay. I'm going to bring this back over here. And I want to make some frittatas, but I got to get some more eggs out. Hold on. Now, the cool thing about frittatas is that you can make these little boogers up and pop them in your microwave. And I take them to like work with me for lunch. Or they're great for dinner, you know, especially like if Keith and Kendra want to eat something different and I need to eat something high protein, I can just warm one of these up.
Kim on the Bose says, can you recap what ingredients was in it?
I sure can. Hold on just a second. Absolutely. The only different thing that I put in here that's not on here is I put some pan sausage. And I'll put them in the show notes after the after this. Okay, I'll put them in the show notes after we're done. Okay, beat these up. I'm going to add a little bit more of my whipping cream or heavy cream. Okay, you throw this back in the refrigerator. I heard Ms. Lippy say ice box. That's what I call it too. I think that must be a Southern thing, or at least a Texas, Louisiana thing.
It's a refrigerator.
It's an ice box. You know, for somebody who grew up in Texas, which you had Yankee parents, so I shouldn't say Yankee. You had Northern parents. Your mother was from what, New York, and your daddy was from Minnesota.
No, my mom was originally from
Michigan. So he has a lot of Northern tendencies.
I do not.
He-
I'm full 100%.
He really does, more than he realizes. Or maybe it's a country thing. You know what I mean? Because he's definitely not a country boy. All right, and I'm just here. I'm sorry. I forget about the camera sometimes. All right, and I'm just going to fill my little cups here. And then we're going to throw this bad boy in the air fryer. What?
Ain't nothing wrong with Northern tendencies.
Who said that, Sherry?
Yeah.
I know, Sherry. But don't mean that I can't give my husband a hard time. Because he deserves it. Really what it is, Sherry, is that he's a city slicker. It's not even a Northern thing. He's a city slicker.
Yeah, I am pretty slick.
I didn't mean it as a compliment.
No, but I take it.
I was raised on shotguns, so you know the Hank Williams song, Country Boy Will Survive? Exactly. All right, I am going to put this over here in the air fryer. Hopefully. We're going to try this. I haven't tried cooking one of these in the air fryer yet, so we're going to see if this works. I'm going to try 375 for 13 minutes. Because I'm totally doing that on the cuff, guys. So just over here, clean up just a little. Oh, you know what? I didn't add any cheese to that.
No, I did not.
Yeah, cheese would definitely be nice. I just realized that. Hey, it's live TV. What can I say?
No,
What?
came on both. Said, that Hank Williams Jr. card on Mama Z.
Yes, I did. I do it all the time. He gets sick of it too. He's like, would you stop already? But, okay, so true story here. I grew up in a town of 500 people. When I say I'm country, guys, I'm country. There were 16 kids in my graduating class.
What time, how many was it?
How many were in yours, baby? I forget.
850.
There were 850 kids in his class. He grew up in Louisville, which Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, right? We literally are from opposite worlds. Excuse me, guys. I grew up. My grandfather had a black eyed pea farm, a small operation. You know, kind of a pick, come out, you pick it type deal. If he picked it, he would charge a little bit more. If you picked it, he charged you less. Kind of opposite of how they tend to do things now, right? People charge you more if you pick it yourself for the experience. Kind of crazy. Think about it. He had pecan trees and fruit trees and that kind of stuff. We had goats and guineas and that kind of stuff. I mean, there were 16 kids in my class. The school I went to, the building on one end was the elementary, on the other end of the building was the junior high and high school. So when I say I'm country, I'm country. The kids, when we went to school, the boys had shotguns in their headache racks. We not one time ever thought about one of us taking a gun out and shooting each other. I mean, it just wasn't a thing. You know, those guns were to shoot a squirrel or a skunk or a snake, you know, and so that was the life I grew up in. Homesteader, yeah. I mean, we didn't call it that. That was just a way of life. Everybody had animals. Everybody, and so Keith and I just come from two totally different worlds. It wasn't nothing to drive to town. When you went to the city, the closest city was Wichita Falls, Texas. And it was an hour away, and you made a day of it, right? When you went to town, you made a day of it. So now Graham was the next closest town. It was about 15 miles away, and he had a Walmart, and that's where we go to church. And that wasn't a big deal. Drive 15 miles to go to Graham and get supplies or whatever you needed. And that wasn't a big deal, but that's kind of a foreign concept for him, that even driving 15 miles to go do anything. He's really used to being able to call Pizza Hut or whatever and order a pizza. We didn't have that. So
You still don't have that up there.
No, but you can drive into town and get a pizza. They have like the little gas station pizza things. I mean, and they're still good. They're still good. I mean, there's three restaurants in Newcastle, and they're good. They got the Bobcat Cafe and the Hole in the Wall Cafe. They got the best chicken fried steak in town. So I mean,
Yeah, where's some here seafood?
up in town, they have good seafood. Graham has a great seafood restaurant. 2 or 3 of them. I mean, they've got good stuff. It's just a different way of life that, you know, he's just never lived. So anyway, so back to the diet stuff. Let me catch on a little bit of. Right, 60 miles. I've done that. I mean, when I lived in Jacksboro, the closest Walmart was about 30 miles. You know, and you planned it around payday, you know? Well, there was grocery stores, but to go do big shopping, you just planned it around payday. And nobody thought anything about it. And, you know, when you live that way, you just, you know, it's just different, and I realize that. Right. And I understand that, you know, it's. If we have to go over just a few minutes, guys, to get this done, I hope y'all will bear with me. But I want to talk a little bit more about the diet stuff. I realize we kind of got on a side note there about the small town living. But one of the main things with the diet is that the diet industry has kind of convinced a lot of people that, you know, and people really beat themselves up. You know, I'll just eat more salads. Well, here's the thing about eating more salads. One, that's not a nutritional way to eat, because one, you're not getting the nutrients that you need. Okay. And it's not satisfying. You cannot eat 3 salads a day and get the nutrients you need. Your body needs protein, and it needs a lot of protein, and it's not satisfying. One of the best apps when I was losing weight that I use is called MyFitnessPal, and it's free, and I highly, highly recommend it. And it's not that you have to count every single calorie that you put in your mouth, but it gives you a visual of, and I did the custom, okay? I didn't do their diet plan. I did the custom because it gives you a visual of what you're actually eating. And Smart People does want to, anything like that, to give you a visual, because what I didn't realize is what I was actually eating, right? So if something like this is something that, hi Lucky, you are actually considering, I would highly recommend that you do this, because what you're going to find is that, oh, well, those 3 or 4 Oreos, oh, that's not going to hurt me. Oh, that cookie here, that's not going to hurt me. Oh, well, that Coke over here, that's not going to hurt me. And what you're going to, at the end of the day, you're going to realize that's going to add up, because sugar is going to be your number 1 enemy. And when you realize the amount of sugar that is in processed foods, that's the number 1 thing that makes America fat is processed foods. Okay. So all that to say is that, A, you can't live on vegetables alone. You're going to have to up your protein. And 2, take the food pyramid, that pretty little pyramid that, or I'm doing it backwards, that they give you, and turn it upside down. And that's what we really should be eating. And I will say this, I'm not a doctor. I'm just learned from experience, and what they try to feed people is really a lie. And just because a package says diet on it, don't buy it. Eat real food, because that is going to be your number 1. If you want to lose weight, eat real food. Little things like grated cheese did you know that they add an extra chemical to grated cheese to keep it from clotting? Buy a block of cheese and grate it yourself. That's another, and I'm going to be trying to do more videos about stuff like this, because it's just things that I've learned in the last 2 years, guys, that, I've gotten real passionate about, because all the additives that they add to food is what's keeping Americans fat. And it's the God honest truth. And it's things that are approved by the FDA that people think are okay, that they're really not. So that I hope that I can share with you guys that, I've learned through this journey. So check on that. You can get good protein from animal or plant-based, but you have to be smart about what plant-based proteins that you use. They're not. And I realize some because I know for me, there is no way I could live on, for one, digestively, I can't do just a plant-based diet. That I have to have meat-based protein. And so it is very important that I have meat-based protein. Yeah, sugar is definitely not your friend. And so, and, you know, complex carbs, and you have to know your carb base. And so that's where a lot of people, you know, well, I'll just eat more salads. I'll eat more salads. Nuts are a great source of protein. And that's another important thing. I eat a lot of peanut butter. And of course, you've got to be careful with your peanut butter. You have to, you know, because a lot of peanut butters have a lot of sugar in them. So you have to be very careful there too. But I eat a lot of peanut butter. Well, I say a lot. I don't eat a lot of anything. But almonds are a great source of protein. In fact, I don't know where I put them. You know where the almonds are?
Like on the second shelf.
Okay, I don't know where they're at right now. They're buried. Anyway, I eat almonds. But here's the thing. When you eat almonds, you eat like 10 almonds, not half the bag. I smell these frittatas. Okay. Ouch. Do it. All right, here are the frittatas. So that was quick and easy enough. Almonds are a great source of protein, and I eat those quite often, but you only need like 10 of them. Any kind of nuts. I love nuts. I love my air fryer. But see, these are the frittatas. This ought to be coming out here really quick, guys. I know we're getting pretty close to our time, so. And I realize there's the problem with a lot of the, it's a hard adjustment because for most of us, especially folks even my age or older, we've been told all of our life, low fat, low fat, low fat, low fat, right? And I'm not saying you need to go out and eat a pound of bacon every day. Not advocating that at all. But the truth is, to make low fat stuff taste good, they add a lot of sugar. And the diet industry is, I'll remember the numbers, but it's like $1 trillion industry. And most diet foods are extremely unhealthy for you. I would encourage you, don't take anything I'm saying at face value. Do your own research. That's what I did. I didn't even take my nutritionist and my bariatric surgeon's what she was telling me at face value, because she was telling me to go use artificial sweeteners. And I said, that can't be right. That stuff causes cancer. So do your own research, and do everything you can to make wise decisions. And because I assure you, eating artificial sweeteners aren't healthy. I mean, we know that. We know it causes cancer. you know, we know that our grandparents and great grandparents ate eggs and bacon and ate real food and were healthier for it. So anyway, here are the little frittatas. Don't those look good? Get a fork because I'm hungry. This is good. Our casserole ought to be done here really quick. It looks almost done. Set this over here. Pot rags. I had pot rags laying right here, and I grabbed that towel. Ah, I know. I do that every time, don't I? I know. Attractive look here. Grab a knife. Check the center. Look how much that fluffed up. Isn't that pretty? Come back clean. We'll let that rest for just a minute. But don't that look pretty, guys? Beautiful breakfast casserole. I love this frittata. Yeah, it don't take it long at all. Because everything was pretty much, but the eggs was done.
Turn off the oven.
I will. Who said that, Sherry?
Yeah.
That's for you, Sherry. It's got a nice brown crust around the edges. And what you can do when this cools off, you could cut this up and freeze each section. Is what we'll probably do because there's no way we can eat all that at once. So I am hoping that y'all found something. I know, right, Sherry? I'm hoping this is something that y'all found helpful today. And I am going, one of my videos I'm doing this week, as I sit here and stuff my face, is I'm going to be doing bacon wrapped chicken tenders and cook them in the air fryer. I had that at a Mexican food restaurant this week. Let me tell you what, it was the absolute bomb. They're just about this big, completely keto friendly. And so that video will be coming out Monday. Like I said, I just released a video today. I know that's not my normal schedule, but it was a collab video with Heritage Ways. Please go give it a watch. And check out the other videos in that collaboration. And what else? That's probably going to be my 2 videos this week, so I may not release another one. I don't know. We'll see. And thank y'all so much. Please join me Wednesday. We'll do another weight health checkup Wednesday night. I'm having a lot of fun doing this collaboration. You'll probably be seeing more keto or high protein. I'm not really keto. I'm high protein. So you'll be seeing more videos along that line coming out, guys. I'm really enjoying doing this collaboration with Brett Broussard and Jason. So thank you so much for joining me today. I've had a lot of fun. I hope y'all have too. Thank y'all so much. God bless. Y'all have a great rest of your Saturday. Be sure and like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless. Oh, hey, and by the way, I hit 750 this week. So yay to that. Thank you for Sherry and everybody who has been pushing my channel. I really, really appreciate you. All right.